doubles and coffee. Elections should not be about emotions. Elections should be about policy. Anytime a political party like the PNM is trying to appeal to your emotions on race, religion, differences, they have nothing to offer your brain. I've been walking the length and breadth of this country. I've been walking in St. Joseph, the battleground constituency of St. Joseph. And some of your policies that you care about, some of the issues that you care about, you simply have to look. You've got track record to compare UNC versus PNM. You have Kamla Persad-Bissessar as Prime Minister for 5 years and 3 months. You have Rowley for Prime Minister, 9 years and 2 months. So you could see what they have done, the cabinet notes, how much they've spent, what is their position, what is their policy, and what has been the effect of the implementation of their policies. There are no emotion in that. So there we go. I just jotted down some of the main points that you all, the people of Trinidad and Tobago, care about. Safety and security. Kamla. All the Coast Guard vessels up and running. 12 Daman vessels, 2 Chinese vessels, full diesel. The 360 radar functioning. Air Guard, 5 planes, helicopters, all protecting the border security. Kamla Persad-Bissessar did not interfere in the appointment of a commissioner of police. Whoever they recommended, she put forward, even the foreigners, the Canadians, they put them to fight crime. Crime came down. Kamla Persad-Bissessar was never satisfied. So while nobody could say crime was always ever perfect, it was much better. Under PNM, world record, first of all, Small Pin got the silver medal and bronze medal in 2018, 2019, 519, then 539 murders, only beaten by Martin Joseph of the PNM in 2008 with 550, and then came Fitzgerald Ethelbert Hines, 622 murders record, and this year heading for over 600 again. Total complete failure. Rowley interfered with the Police Service Commission to appoint his own hand-picked commissioner of police. The police are at the lowest ebb now. They starved the police of resources. The fire station, the whole Ministry of National Security is in a mess. Air Guard had no plane. They lost 20 pilots. The radar not functioning. Every single Coast Guard vessel is down, including the 2 that were procured without procurement by Rowley and Small Pin. The whole coast is open. Murders, extortion, kidnapping, home invasion. So on crime and criminality and the fight against criminals, the UNC is far better. Education, Tim Gopi Singh and Fazal Karim. Tim Gopi Singh, 106 schools, increasing school feeding, breakfast and lunches up to 76,000. The gate under Fazal Karim open up to Tech Voc. Over 59,000 students doing tertiary level classes, 726 million funding for gate under Fazal Karim of the UNC. Costa, MIC centers, NESC centers built by Fazal Karim. UE Campus South was coming, UE Campus Tobago. Children across the board, people with skills were getting certified and papers. That was under education. Counselors, guidance counselors, psychologists working in the education system. Teachers being respected. PAN in schools, increased funding. Sport in schools, increased funding. Opportunities. And remember, 106 schools built. Education under Rowley. They didn't build no new school. They finished 5 or 6 schools that were under construction under Tim Gopi Singh. They cut school feeding from 76,000 breakfasts and 76,000 lunches per day down to 50,000, 48,000 before COVID. During COVID, they dropped that to 28,000. They cut PAN in school. They treat teachers with disrespect. They do not consult. More fights and indiscipline. Nothing in the schools repair program. Schools never opening on time. No water in school, no sewer in school, rat in school, cockroach in school, and most importantly, the performance under PNM over the last 9 years. SEA failure down to 50% of the children getting less than 50%, 1,000 children getting 0 in CSEC and CAPE. Poor performances across the board under Kamla, Tim Gopi Singh and Fazal. Education was at its highest, moving on opportunities across the board. What else was care? You all care about the economy? Well, the PNM has shattered the economy and bankrupted Trinidad and Tobago. There's a forex crisis. While there was forex pressure under Kamla Persad-Bissessar, she had an independent central bank governor, Jawala Rambaran, and foreign exchange was available. People could get it. Small and micro enterprises could get it. It was not only for those big 1%ers, huge companies, but the economy was booming. 55,000 jobs were created by Kamla. There was 12.26 billion US in reserves, 6.8 billion in savings at the Heritage and Stabilization, and that's in US. 14 months of import cover. The debt to GDP ratio was low, below 50%. Kamla Persad-Bissessar had the refinery and everything running. Under energy, the PNM, our main revenue earner, with Small Pin and Rowley negotiating gas price. NGC made a loss for the first time under the PNM. Point Lisa's 11 companies that were employing and paying taxes gone. The refinery shut down in 2018 and it's still shut down. And they're trying to argue that UNC don't want to open it. UNC had it open and would not shut it down because the UNC didn't have to protect no fake oil man, because the fake oil man tell them either you shut down, lock down and broke down, or we all go down. The energy sector, they had bid rounds and it was gas that came on stream. That's the only thing that same PNM was Kamla and Kevin Ramnarine gas from successful bid rounds. The UNC was focusing on not only shallow oil on land and gas across the board, not putting all the eggs in one basket, diversifying, going down with Mitsubishi plant and going downstream. The PNM put all the energy eggs in Dragon, and now you have Donald Trump, who does not like dictators, who does not like Maduro, who stole an election. That's Donald Trump is now the president-elect. And Rowley and Small Pin put all the effort, all the passion in Dragon, and the Dragon dead. The energy sector has been decimated. The jobs in the energy sector have been halved. The revenue produced by the energy sector is woeful. There's no foreign direct investment under the PNM. So if you care about the economy, then you cannot vote PNM. The PNM didn't diversify. Every time the PNM comes in after another government, and we move along the continuum of diversification into agriculture, agro-processing, tourism, the PNM takes us back to being beholden upon upstream energy. And then now this PNM under Rowley and Stuart Small Pin Young has decimated that and all. What God give we? The PNM mash up. So if you care about the economy and energy, you have to vote UNC. It has no emotion. Inflation, even though Kamla Persad-Bissessar increased jobs, increased money to labor because she settled negotiations. So if you care about labor, 14%, police got 1,000 grant and so on. Police who die in the line of duty would get $1 million. Kamla Persad-Bissessar treated labor with respect, 14% increase so that they could manage at the grocery and to take care of their families and so on, and still had inflation under control. When you increase the amount of money in an economy and control inflation, then you are intelligent. Under the PNM, the job losses across the board, energy sector, 10,500 jobs lost per year. Across the board in ministries, all the contract workers not employed, not renewed, TSTT, 800 jobs lost, Petrotrin, 6,000 jobs plus 5,000, temporary plus fence line, jobs lost all across the 6,000 SMEs closed down, averaging 5 to 10 employees per SME. And yet we still have inflation because the PNM has put us into a state of depression. stagflation, the cost of US and getting goods, the cost of doing business, the cost of inputs, the failures at the port, the increased costs for importers, all of this, our food import bill has gone up, putting more stress on the foreign exchange. The PNM has collapsed the economy and bankrupted us. On top of that, they cannot even account for your money. The PNM has done all of this while continuing to tax you and borrow for you to pay back. That's what the PNM does. The UNC, Kamla Persad-Bissessar and the UNC did not institute one new tax in 5 years and 3 months. The PNM now coming to give you property tax, and not to the rich, to the smaller residential people, the small man, eliminating the middle class. Kamla Persad-Bissessar left the fuel subsidy there. You to drive around safely, pick up your children, drop them to school, go to extracurricular. Rowley and Imber take it away and laugh at you. What you talking about emotion? They have no emotion in facts. If you care about any of these topics, you simply have to vote UNC, because Rowley and the PNM sucks. You can go down the list. Let's continue. Sport. Well, let me do him bother. Shamfa versus Anand. What else you want to care about? Water. Under Kamla Persad-Bissessar and Ganga Singh, 74% of the population had 24/7 supply. The energy sector was booming, so therefore the desalination water was going to the energy sector and making $5 profit per cubic meter for Wassa. 74% went down to a low of PNM, and 12% of citizens getting 24/7 supply in their house. It's now up to 22%, but Kamla was 74% in 2014, 2015. And had she stayed there, everybody would have had water. Roads, well, Jack Warner, Surudrata and Ramachan had your roads smooth. Now, as you take your eye off the road, bang! You bust your tire, mash up your rim. All you do is make joke. Flooding. As it drizzle now, 11 minutes heavy rainfall, the whole of Trinidad flood out. Areas that didn't flooding out because they did not dredge the rivers. They didn't take care of the box drains. They didn't clean. They can't even clean. They cannot manage. Diversification of the economy. Nothing. Tourism. They're now asking for a sport tourism plan. Kamla Persad-Bissessar bill, the National Racket Tennis Center, the National Cycling Velodrome, the National Aquatic Center, on top of maintaining the stadium, and had a plan for Tobago and Trinidad for sport tourism with sport festivals and sport training during the winter months. Them PNM, they're 9 years, and they're now asking somebody to tender to give them an idea of what to do with sport tourism. Kamla was doing health tourism, education tourism with the South Campus, the Debe Campus and Tobago Campus. Kamla Persad-Bissessar was diversifying the economy downstream, agro-processing. All of this intelligent work was going on, no emotion. So PNM have to come and tell you, vote, vote, black man thing. If it's not a nonsense, save emotion for your wife and your significant other. That's why you need emotion and love and passion. In politics, you just need to switch on your brain. Anything that you like, anything that is important to you, the UNC is better. It's not emotional. It's just pure facts. Check it. And if you say that Rowley had no money, well, that's a blatant lie. Because in 5 years and 3 months, Kamla Persad-Bissessar would have spent approximately $285 billion. In the same 5 years and 3 months, Rowley spent $310 billion. $25 billion more than Kamla Persad-Bissessar. In the last 9 years, Rowley has spent over $520 billion, more than $500 billion. And then Rowley want to talk about corruption. Rowley and the PNM is the thief Bantan. Them is the Dandada of thief because they spend so much money. 700 recusals, meaning ministers benefited from decisions that ministers taken. No corporate governance. 9 man, 1 man on 9 boards. 1 woman on 7 boards. All Rowley friend, Noel Garcia and them in charge of your money. No procurement. No, they come and water down procurement and talk about corruption. So I've decimated any argument that you could have to say that you vote PNM. Even the most passionate PNM supporter who was born PNM will have to realize once they switch on their brain, vote UNC. Anytime you have to vote on